the fuck was that?
That might have been the most cringe-inducing rendition of Dracula I've ever seen. And there's been some sketchy fucking attempts.
Motherfucker. I like that.
The worst part is, the first episode was actually pretty solid. Watching Dracula tear himself free from the hide of a wolf, terrorize the school of nuns, and ultimately break Jonathan Hawker to the point of wearing him, instilled a genuine sense of fear and malice from Claes Bang's Dracula. Probably mispronouncing Claes, but whatever. And then these two idiots proceeded to slowly but surely neuter him over the course of the next 3 hours, turning a grotesque and intimidating monster into a cheesy, exaggerated shadow of the figure he began as. Bang's Dracula was probably the only positive thing about this entire series I can think of. And by the end, I couldn't find a single reason to care for him or his death. What a waste. Okay, let's start right at the end and work our way back. The final shot of the series is Dracula, and what would you call her? Van Helsing Light 2.0, next gen, I don't know, whatever you'd call her. They're dying together, both of them accepting death and fading into oblivion in each other's arms. It would be a beautiful shot and impactful ending if it made any fucking sense whatsoever. First and foremost, in order for this to have any impact, the final episode needed to be focused around her and Dracula. She is the one who metaphorically defeats him by showing him what he is most afraid of. She is the one who Dracula is willing to end it all for. I mean, he chooses to drink her cancerous blood and face the one thing that's always eluded him, meaning in the face of death. Except, we're not given a good enough reason to believe that Dracula would stare down death for her. Instead, for what seemed like a majority of the final episode, Dracula falls in love with this useless and fundamentally flawed character, and it ultimately leads to nothing. The show wanted so desperately for this woman to be a bride worthy of Dracula, but it made zero sense from the second she was introduced. We were given no reason to care about her, and in fact, you hate her because you want nothing more than to see her rammed through the heart. She was a moron who is obsessed with her own beauty, and the audience is given no idea as to what she sees in Dracula. Why is she cool with seeing and hearing the undead 1 minute and terrified the next? Why is she letting Dracula just chow down on her as much as he wants? Does she want to die or live forever? I mean, what happened to the Texan douchebag she was going to marry 5 minutes ago? Does she actually like obsessive booty call boy toy over here? This character literally has zero redeeming qualities, guys. She makes no sense. I don't understand how she made it past the writing room. Dracula even sounds apathetic when he lets the boy toy kill her.
She was my most promising experiment. Took me 500 years to make a bride this good. Now look what you've done.
What? You're joking, right? And what makes this all completely insane is 5 minutes after she dies, the Van Helsing character womansplains to him what his issue is, and Dracula just decides to die with her. Am I missing something here? Am I going insane, or was this just completely ridiculous? There's an easy way to fix this. You have Dracula fall in love with Van Helsing, not this shell of a character. Because guess what that allows you to do? It lets Dracula have an internal struggle throughout the episode, worthy of his suicide at the end. Think about it. You could have done some amazing one-on-one scenes of these two just breaking each other down. Kind of like how the first episode did. You know, the actual good episode? I'm imagining an amazing 10 to 15 minute long dialogue back and forth between the two of them. One that can delve into life, love, meaning, and purpose. A conversation that starts maybe while he's imprisoned and she's guarding him. Oh, and let me just get this off my chest right now. The fact that he got out because of a lawyer is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Oh yeah, sure, let the Dark Lord go because it's the legal thing to do. Haha, kill yourselves. That's not funny, it's fucking stupid. And so is him using Tinder for something to eat. The modern context didn't work at all, and they failed at making it funny. God damn it, where was I? Oh yeah, okay, a conversation that would start in the prison, and then he escapes to the port where he's originally washed up. Then they could continue that conversation at night, leading into sunrise on the beach. Yeah, that's how I do it. She's dying and he's immortal. It's conversational gold just waiting to be mined, and it could have led right into her enlightening him just as she did in the show. That would be an ending I'd believe, and I would have actually felt something from the death of both of them. But instead, what we got felt like Sherlock Season 5 with a coat of Dracula paint over it. And with how bad Sherlock Season 4 was, well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised.